Man. So in today's video, we got to expose Steven Jackson again, guys. Remember after the Cat Williams interview, Steven Jackson had this Shannon Sharpe.
He spoke his mind. Everybody should speak their mind. That's just what it is. I wouldn't let him go hard as he did on a lot of people on our show. I just wouldn't, because we got relationships with him. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. You don't have a show, so you wouldn't know what you would do. We've done hundreds of shows, so we know how to handle that type of shit. The whole world talking about the Cat interview. The whole world. Everybody giving their opinions. But I can't speak on it because I'm so live. It ain't got nothing to do with you. Well, go on everybody else page and tell them that too then.
I did a full video covering how Steven Jackson lied because when Charles Oakley was talking about Isaiah Thomas, Steven Jackson has a relationship with Isaiah Thomas. And Steven Jackson, he didn't stop Charles Oakley from talking about Isaiah Thomas.
Mike do not want to be your friend, Isaiah. I'm telling you for the fifth time. He do not want to be your friend. You know, stay on ESPN, keep talking on TNT. Oh, Mike should, now you trying to say everybody better than Mike. It's okay. You not better than Mike. He came to your city and took your city. That's why you really mad. He took over Chicago. I know. Tough.
And Isaiah Thomas, he had an interview with All the Smoke shortly after that, and he had brought up to Steven Jackson how he saved his NBA career, and Steven Jackson was acting all surprised and shocked, like he forgot about the time when Isaiah Thomas literally saved his NBA career.
You should tell him the one about when you almost got ran out of this league.
Where we at? In Indy?
And yeah. Remember that call you made to me? And I called the commissioner up.
Man, I forgot about that.
Jack, you was out.
I was done.
You was done.
I was done so many times, but y'all remember that.
So I did a full video breaking that down. If you guys want to go check it out, I'll have the link to that down below. But in today's video, I want to expose Steven Jackson again because I was watching good brother O'Shea Duke Jackson video on Steven Jackson and Shannon Sharpe, and he had highlighted this clip of Steven Jackson and Shannon Sharpe interview on All the Smoke. And there was something specifically in that clip that I want to highlight for you guys because Steven Jackson, he was sitting there showing nothing but love to Shannon Sharpe. I think he called him Unc in a clip, if I'm not mistaken, but he was definitely showing so much love to Shannon Sharpe. Like he just had this great relationship with Shannon Sharpe, and Shannon Sharpe is his guy. And Steven Jackson was just so happy to have Shannon Sharpe on their show. And if you go look at the numbers on that interview is currently their biggest interview on that podcast show. And I know a lot of you guys were leaving comments like that on my video as well. I just never checked it out. But once I saw good brother O'Shea Duke Jackson video, I'm like, you know what? I think I should do a video on this, exposing Steven Jackson again, because we already done that multiple times on my YouTube channel. So salute to O'Shea Duke Jackson. I want to get into this clip, guys. Let's check out Steven Jackson being Shannon Sharpe's #1 fan in his face when Shannon Sharpe had an interview with All the Smoke a couple of years ago. Let's check out this clip right here. Here's the video. Be sure to hit that like button for me if you haven't already. That helps this YouTube channel continue to grow. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, stay up to date with all of my current YouTube videos. Peace.
Man, welcome back to a special edition.
Man, I'm excited for this. I never interrupt your introduction, but let me do it today.
You got it, Jack.
My guy, a mentor to me, somebody I look up to, somebody who's been giving me the game. And, Hall of Famer, been motivating me on this media side, somebody I look up to. My brother, the OG, big homie, Unc Ocho, Shannon Sharpe, man.
Man, thanks for having me on.
Man,
thank you for coming on, man.
Okay, so that interview was before the Cat Williams interview. And as we can see, guys, Steven Jackson is currently hating on Shannon Sharpe after the Cat Williams interview. He had a lot to say about Shannon Sharpe after the Cat Williams interview, and he recently had some things to say about Shannon Sharpe on All the Smoke podcast interview with Mike Epps. We did a video covering that as well. If you missed it, I'll have the link to that down below. But just to catch you guys up with everything, Steven Jackson just dissed Shannon Sharpe pretty much saying that the reason why Shannon Sharpe got upset at Mike Epps' jokes is because there's some truth to it.
Right. On anybody.
Period. Right.
On myself.
Got to be able to laugh at yourself.
If I go on camera, if I'm doing stuff, that's what I told him too.
But if they jokes, why you gotta apologize if they jokes?
Well, I mean, you know, like I said, man, it wasn't Shucky Ducky telling the joke. It was Mike Epps telling. It was Mike Epps that got 5-season sitcom on Netflix. You know, that's what happened, man. So we shook hands, we made cool. And one thing I wanted to show these kids.
That's another way to do it.
I wanted to show these kids that guess what? No matter how I felt about him and how he felt about me, that guess what? This don't have to end in violence. And I'm not about to prove myself to nobody and mess what I worked so hard for to show somebody I'm a real nigga.
Nobody's too big to be talked about though. You did the right thing, but everybody can be talked about.
I not talk about everybody.
Yeah,
I have talked about everybody. I'm serious. I mean, I talked about Shaq straight in his face. I didn't call him Shrek and all kinds. He just be laughing. I'm thinking that he gonna laugh too.
You only get mad like that when there's some truth to it, dog. That's just how I feel.
Speaking of, I'm glad you guys got to talk and clear your piece up. But
So it's like, based off of that logic, remember Steven Jackson just got upset with a comedian who made jokes about George Floyd. Wouldn't that mean that there was some truth to that comedian's jokes? And that's the reason why Steven Jackson got upset and said this in response to the comedian?
What up, world? Everybody sending me this shit about this clown comedian. Man, everybody ain't funny, dog. Anytime you got demean dead people, you ain't funny, dog. Find something else. You maybe need to find another job, because comedy ain't for you when you got to talk about dead people. Why you ain't tell people your baby mama mad at you? Because you ain't got to pay child support because you breastfeeding the kids. Oh, titty milk, breastfeeding that titty milk having ass, big titty, woman titty having ass nigga. Up there looking like a retired lineman and a stud mixed. Clown ass nigga, man. Come on, bro. You know what's funny? How you smell. Oh, shape ass nigga. Find something else to talk about. See how I'm talking about your bad bill? Look like a tomato on lean. Oh, ass nigga. Fuck you talking about, man. Find something else to joke about, bro. But that's how you know you ain't funny. You gotta talk about dead people. But everybody's sending it to me for a reason, because they clowning your ass.
Okay, so that's Steven Jackson's response to the comedian David Lucas, who had made a George Floyd joke. He was clearly upset about that, right? But based off his own logic, what he was saying to Mike Epps is just jokes. So that comedian should be allowed to say what he wants. So Steven Jackson's opinion should be different, right? He's supporting comedy. He's supporting comics. He shouldn't have said nothing in response to what that comedian said about George Floyd. As a matter of fact, he should have said, you know what? That's a comic. We shouldn't bash that good brother, David Lucas, for his jokes, because it's just comedy at the end of the day. But no, we saw in that clip, Steven Jackson was highly upset. So his logic that he applied to Mike Epps and Shannon Sharpe beef, it don't even apply to Steven Jackson in real life. And that's in every single video I've exposed Steven Jackson. I highlight and show that the stuff that comes out of his mouth, he does not apply that to his real life. He is one of the biggest hypocrites in this little celebrity entertainment world, whatever you want to call it. Don't listen to a guy like Steven Jackson. And like I said in my video that I did covering the Mike Epps interview, I said, Steven Jackson, this guy, converted to being Muslim. And at the time with that whole entire thing with George Floyd, he was becoming an activist. He had his fist up in the air. So Steven Jackson, when Mike Epps is talking about he was wrong with his situation with Shannon Sharpe, and he apologized to Shannon Sharpe because he genuinely felt bad, Steven Jackson should be the main guy that says, salute to y'all good brothers for dropping beef, because Mike Epps even said he wanted to show the kids the other side, that it's okay for black men to squash their issues, especially how serious it got between them. When Mike Epps said, you know, he's going to do something to Shannon Sharpe, blank, 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 blank.
I don't do no fighting. So, you know, there's only one other option. If you don't fight, you do blank, 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 blank. And Ocho, you shut up and go get some eyebrows. You looking like a whole milk dud sitting there.
But that's it for today's video, guys. If you enjoyed a video like this, be sure to hit that like button if you made this far in the video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well. That really does help support the YouTube channel. Check out my other videos on Steven Jackson, man. They should be popping up at the end of this video. Salute, guys. Appreciate your time, and we out, guys. Peace.